Right, this one here is all the way up, back to Schreckfeld. This is the mountain cart, and this is coming back.
Okay. Three card. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. Oh.
chemistry, but always chasing after someone else. So this took me by surprise. Oh yeah, even in my wildest dreams, I didn't think we were destined to be. And now you're laying next to me. Everything feels like art. Yeah, wanna give you every part of me. I can't believe this is reality. And now you're laying next to me. Everything feels like art. Yeah.
sta cercando qualcosa per fare.
as I lie here beneath my sheets, thinking about what could have been and all the moments that I've missed. But one thing that I'm sure of is that you are the one, the only one for me. It's hard to sleep at night. I lie here waiting for the sunrise while I'm contemplating my life, and I still can't